Hello, everybody. Welcome to our show today. My name is Chidi. I'm reaching you guys from Toronto, Canada. And welcome to the dying days of 2022. I'm happy to have you here. Osakwe Iyamo. Happy New Year to you, and you're welcome. Oh, I like that. Happy New Year. We're still in 2022, but you're already saying Happy New Year. That's a lot of positivity. Today I'm going to be focusing on the subject of crossover. Really, like a lot of people shy away from this program right now because of the topic. When they say crossover, they're like crossover. And I don't believe in this crossover, or they think we're going to do night vigil and do all those things that come with crossover. So it began to make me wonder, how relevant is this crossover thing to people? Do people really think it is important to, pause and review where you're coming from and plan where you want to be going? So today I'm going to be looking at that a lot. I want to thank those of you who joined us yesterday. Very, very impactful conversation that we had yesterday, and it centered around insecurity in Nigeria and the forces that militate against having a peaceful country. We had about three other panelists who joined me, and I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that session with them. If you missed it, you can go back to videos and you'll be able to find that video of what happened yesterday. Also, a lot of you joined us because you were hoping to because we had some mix up in our publicity. A lot of you are here because of this program where we're telling the Nigerian government to release Mazinam Kano. The program is going to come 3 hours after this program. Now, 3 hours from now, we're going to be having that program 3 hours from now, which is 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time, Toronto time, and then 11 p.m. in Nigeria. So for those of you who came because of the Mazinam Kano program, I apologize to you. There was a mix-up, and so that will be coming right after this program. Arthur Obinwamadi, thank you so much for being so faithful, for always joining our broadcast. Yes, so today I also am going to send like we normally do, I'm going to send the studio link. Any of you who you have the ability to join us, please do click on that link and come live on the studio so that you can join the discussion. It's an open mic. Anybody can come and join the discussion. We have topics that you can choose from any of those topics and do your presentation. Okay, insecurity, music, movies, reality shows, real life experience, deaths, shocking things that happened, the World Cup, religion, conflicts and disasters, relationships, hookups and breakups. All of those things are what we intend to discuss. And the reason I'm doing this is not everybody will be able to see it live. Fine, but some people will go back and look at this video even after today and throughout, I assume, the month of January. And at the time when they are wondering how they are supposed to start their year, if they watch this video, they'll be able to see what some people have said they do or what they need to do to start their year properly. Now, there are not many of us here yet, but those of us that are here, I need to beg you a favor. Verse 7. I need to beg you a favor. I want you to please share this video and invite people to come and experience what you are experiencing. I always think that it is it's selfish if you bump onto something good and you don't share it with other people. So I always implore you to please go ahead and share the video so that we can have some other people to join us. I'm also sharing the video now. And we'll come back and start the discussion in earnest. I also have some guests who are going to join me, and shortly they will be joining. So I'm also going to wait for them to join. Just one or two posts that I'm going to make now, and those people will be able to join. Okay, but please, please, please share this video, share this video, so that we can have as many people joining us as possible. And for those of you who are going to come here and make comments, uh, well, I guess because today is the last day of the year, we'll accommodate every comment. But you're going to be, oh, okay. I have a very surprising guest today. Chidera, how are you? Oh my God, it went off. Okay, um, that was a surprise guest. He actually made a lot of efforts to join, which is very commendable. You can join us from anywhere by following that StreamYard link. You just click on that link, and you'll be in the studio. You'll be in the studio right away. Okay. So while I'm waiting for my guest, but it's important that these guests come here. Okay. 2 minutes to get to them and say, oh boy, we're waiting for you now. What's up? Uh, okay, I just text them that we're waiting. Okay, so yep, I told them that we're waiting. People are waiting for you. You're important. Hello, Chidera. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Doc. Good evening from yeah.
Good evening. You try to join us. So
Yeah. Though the network here is not friendly, but I think I'll manage to stay longer.
okay. I know how difficult it is for you to join. So quickly tell me, how is the Christmas from your location? How was the celebration? How was compared to the past years?
Yeah, okay, compared to last year. Okay, over here, I think the Christmas this year seems better to compare last year because the population I'm seeing around,
Mm.
they are actually it's quite outnumbered last year. Yes. And the season, the program going on around here is more than last year. Yes.
Oh
So
yeah.
currently, I'm at the location where they are having a pageantry program for the youth.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Can you
Organized by Adaptive Press.
okay? Can you spin it around a little bit? Are you able to turn around so we can see what's going on there?
Okay. Let me walk to let me go to the safe side.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So according to him, this year, by the way, he's at Ozala. I'm also from Ozala in Kano West local government area of Enugu State. And surprisingly, with everything that we hear about insecurity, um, okay, it's gonna take.
Sorry, the noise is enough.
Yeah, you don't have to talk. Just yeah, I can see. I can
Yes.
see you.
I think I'm thank you so much.
Wow.
So I don't know. You finish. So it's currently going on. The
Sure.
contestants are actually walking towards the stage and all that. So I think the sequence is lively.
Okay, that's interesting. Wow.
So you
Okay.
also see some people around, sitting out, taking their drink and all that.
Yeah. So I see that.
So, and
So let
also
it.
thank God for the light. It doesn't look like there's no darkness anywhere. So everybody's comfortable sitting out.
But hold on, this light, is this from NEPA, or is this the solar light that was installed recently?
It's solar installed. Yes, solar installed.
Is the
Then,
solar light that was installed, eh?
yes. But then there is electricity light, NEPA light. But,
Okay.
but the solar is also
Wow. That's interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. Thank you so much.
yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Wow. So with all this insecurity, it's actually, can you move to a quieter place now? Is it possible to move to a quieter place? So that that is quite impressive and actually surprising, because with all the insecurity, you wouldn't even believe that something like this is happening back home. But people have found a way to surmount whatever issues that is going on back home. And okay, so with all nobody will believe that this is happening in Ozala based on all the things that happened recently, the kidnapping, the attacks, and all of that.
Insecurity. Yeah, normally, Ogala used to be a peaceful town.
Yeah,
So, Ogala used to be a peaceful town. It's actually a peaceful town. The insecurity was just to scare people away, but thank God for the security that we put in place.
awesome.
I, I, could, I could also show you some CCTV cameras everywhere around the junction. Yeah, CCTV camera at the market junction, the Four Corner junction,
Yeah,
powered by the solar.
awesome.
So with the installed security facilities, I think everybody is just enjoying the Christmas peacefully.
Awesome. Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tony. I'm going to let you go so you can go and enjoy yourself. But thank you so much for joining us. Okay, I appreciate
Thank you.
the live feedback. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Hey, bros.
my sister, how are you?
You don't see your sister face today.
Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Manda H.O. on YouTube. I am the convener of Ann Diamond Go Charitable Organization in Nigeria and Ann Diamond Go Charity Organization here in US.
Yes.
We are a strong advocate for the African child. We are a strong advocate for the African teenager. We
Mhm.
are a strong advocate for the Nigerian youth. We believed and we know that every African child, every Nigerian child, every Nigerian youth, and every Nigerian teenager, they are smart and intelligent.
Mhm.
But the only thing is, our wicked leaders in the political environment and the religious environment, they have stolen our destiny and they gave us, me and my children, which is the African child, the African teenager, and the African youth. They've given us, they stole our destiny and they gave to us poverty, lack, and hopelessness. And because we have resilient personality and we want to survive, and they didn't give us environment for us to use our God-given talent to earn a legitimate living, we decided to become Yahoo Yahoo boys and girls, to become Olosho, to become hookup, to become Boko Haram, Fulani bandit, unknown gunmen. They say, na pikin when e no go allow im mama sleep, e no go sleep. But it is the other way around now. Politicians, Daddy Gio and Mommy Gio, when e no go let their children fulfill destiny, na wetin una cook, na una dey eat so. How can Accountant General of the Federation utilize that kind of money and we say we no get money? Make I give una special announcement o. Andamo Go Charitable Organization. We are civil organization. So with that stand, we have the right to fight injustice, to fight corruption. So everything when all of una thief from our hand, when I carry come obodo oyibo, we go look for them, we go collect them. The one wanna put for bank, we go look for them. The one wanna take open buy businesses, we go look for them. The one wanna take buy property, we go look for them. Because una go show us where all this Western world wanna carry our things come put. Una go show us the one when they bring come Nigeria to keep. Una go show us the one they bring come for Africa to keep. If una not show us, na there, na all of us go wear gbege. They say the young shall grow. We don't grow. We don't hear. We don't understand. Say all of una not mean us well. Now make una house to become central bank. Kudos to you, Governor Emefiele. As you change the money, you change hand for them. Come see all of that, come begin to bring money from CBN when they put for house. And majority of that money, they're supposed to take and pay workers. Una not pay them. Retired people are suffering. Una carry money put for house. None of una dey spare, including Governor Wike. All of una not dey spare. And Mechi, thank you. You don't tell us before now. We not listen. You tell us if we not stone una not go stop to thief. So you don't give us the weapon when we go use. We go stone una. Amechi, the thing when you tell us, go do it. We go do and neat. Because you know what? At the shame. They say crazy person not the shame. But the people they shame. As a Nigeria, me at the shame. Because our case, it be like woman when they sell wrapper and the children they wear rag. Our case, it be like person when they inside ocean of water and so they enter in eye. Una there they go kabash to Papa God, make him answer una. If una be God, what do una want from Papa God? He give una natural resources. Nothing when not there for Africa. Nothing, no. He give una better weather. He can't give una better soil. Anything wanna put for inside go turn to anything. Then una they go church, they play foolish prayer. All those useless Daddy Gio. When he turn una mumu button, we can't turn all of una to ATM machine. Una think say they do una good. Special announcement to all the pastors in Africa, especially in Nigeria and all the Daddy Gio. Before tomorrow night be the last day I give you now. Una must publish God account number. Shebuna said that Papa God will they give money to. Make una public God account number. Because in 2023, any person wey no public God account number is not qualified to collect any tithe from anybody. Is not qualified to collect offering. Is not even qualified to collect seed. So to Nigerians, if they not publish God account number, because we want to experiment, make una do concord. Everybody should have CBN in their house. Make una dey put una money there. Every 10 kobo when they give for church before, whether for tithe, whether for offering, whether for seed, whether for you dey take and they buy rich band, or you dey take and they buy their t-shirt, keep am there. So that by December, we go ask ourselves some question. Say this time when we know they give them money for their church, Papa God no answer our prayer. Then we go count the money and see whether we not go fit take and pay our children's school fees, or we not go fit take and buy land, or we not go fit take and buy property when we want buy. Our children when they call yahoo yahoo, all those one are junior yahoo yahoo. All the geos, they are all yahoo yahoo plus people. They get the audacity for people to collect contract from federal government. They never do contract, oh. They say they bring 10%. That not be yahoo yahoo. Now to those when don't they collect Nigeria contracts, one that they do yeah things like the road. Then the road come begin they claim the life of my brothers and sisters. My grandmama, my grandpapa, they die. Now let me tell you one thing. Those blood, they are the blood of the innocent. They are crying for vengeance. And vengeance will they get. Read my lips.
My sister, I don't hear you. You don't really talk well, and I can feel the passion in your voice, and that's what this program is all about. Just allowing people to be able to express themselves. So, and by the way, we have someone in the studio. S Sims, I'd like to welcome you. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, Dr. Chidi. Hey, everyone. Hi, Dr. Erica. How are you guys doing?
We dey fine, my sister.
Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Amen.
let the people know who you are, where you're reaching us from.
I'm on the platform. I'm S Sims. I'm in New York, and I've been I've been a part of Dr. Chidi's platform since like around the summer, right, Dr. Chidi?
Yeah,
like earlier this year.
Sure.
And yeah, I don't know. My sister has said it all to me. She has said a lot. But I'm just number one.
Let me ask you. This was also what I was going to ask our sister, but I'll come back to her. Now, for you,
Okay.
Sims, let's just look at 2022, right?
Yes.
And you can pick and choose from anywhere. I'm not going to restrict you to any topic. But as we are winding down on 2022, what are the issues that were really close to your heart? Like, what was bugging you? What was that issue that was making you to, go to bed and find it difficult to sleep? What was it that really bugged you most in this 2022?
There are really many issues, but I think one of the issues that bothered me and that was close to me mainly was the issue going on in the church. Like this year, more than other years, in my opinion, it was just so much coming out from just the church and how these leaders were operating, right? So we heard just a lot about these scandals. We heard a lot about just how these quote unquote men of God were operating with their congregants. We know about the tithing and the offering, how, it's just so mismanaged, and how it was just a lot coming out from the church, right? And
Yeah.
I just want to say what drew me, of course, to Dr. Chidi's platform was about around the time this whole baby testimony thing came
Hmm.
about. Honestly, that's what brought me to Dr. Chidi's platform, because I saw that he was like speaking about it and stuff, and
Yeah.
that also is connected to the church, because allegedly this
Hmm.
incident took place at a church. So
Yes.
I think because I am a Christian, I am a believer. I'm a born again Christian, um, not in name only. I think it bothered me in the sense how the church is being portrayed because of these scandals. It bothered me because I'm concerned for people that may lose their faith in God,
Mm.
or people that will question if God really exists, right? Because if you're hearing that your leaders are doing all these atrocities in the name of God, it can add to a person even doubting if there is a God, if God really exists, does he care? What's the sense then of serving God if these things are happening? And unfortunately, these stories overshadow the stories of genuine testimonies of people that that are really living for God and serving God, and how God is moving in their lives, right? And
Yeah.
also, just I think that really is it, because my heart is for people to really know that yes, God exists, he is real, and that he loves us, and it is always better to hold on to God and to serve him than to not,
Now,
right?
since yeah,
Yeah,
let me ask you this: you against this background, we saw
yeah,
that a lot of you're right. In 2022, a lot of issues came out of the church. Things that
yes,
were there
yes,
brewing, all of a sudden, they all came to the surface. And I can tell you the major catalyst for what you're seeing was COVID, because
mm-hmm,
COVID was a period where everybody had to stay at home and
yes,
we were not in church. So suddenly, people that needed to be in church on Monday, on Wednesday for class, for this, for that. All of a sudden, they didn't have to go to church and they were at
yes,
home and they didn't have to give this and give that and give that. And they found out that or seemingly it looked like
yes,
life was going on, and people who had to go for special prayers to get healed. All of a sudden, COVID made people, even when you had cough, you couldn't even cough because you didn't want people around you to think you had COVID. Nobody, people that will tell you, oh, I have a little fever. If you want to say I
yeah,
have it, you just shut up your mouth. You don't want to say you have fever. You don't want to say you have cough. All of
yeah,
a sudden, everybody was okay. So
right,
that made people, by the time they came back to church after COVID, they started questioning a lot of things.
yes,
They
yes,
started wondering why some pastors couldn't go around healing people from COVID. No pastor had a
yes.
healing for COVID.
No, none of them.
None of them. So, and
None of
all
the
the
prophets saw COVID either, right, Dr.
nobody
Chidi?
saw it coming.
All no, none of these prophecies, all these prophets, none of these prophets
So and then
prophesied about something like this, right? So yeah,
and then someone like Creflo Dollar comes out. I'm going to share this with us. Someone like Creflo Dollar comes out and he shocks everybody by making this statement here. And I'm sure a lot of people don't even know that. But Creflo Dollar says that he's he renounces past teachings on tithing.
yes,
Creflo Dollar comes out and says, no, no, no. In fact, see what it says down here. It says that tithing isn't required or even encouraged for believers in Jesus Christ. He stated this in June 26th of 2022. So that kind
yes,
of changes a lot of things. So now, how do you think, looking into 2023, what are you
yes.
expecting in the church and with believers, and even concerning your fear that this might affect people? What do you see looking into 2023?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Chidi. Just like how you pointed to Creflo Dollar, if I have to be honest in myself, just like you rightly said, COVID like made everyone really come to a standstill on this issue, all the teachings, the things that people were made to believe in churches all these years, right? So can we say if it wasn't for the fact that people were slowly kind of coming to their senses, because like you said, they saw that, if you're not going to church and giving your tithes and your offerings and stuff, you understand it didn't, like, life didn't stop for them, right? Like they didn't suffer these curses and whatnot that people were made to believe. So now that made people like Creflo Dollar have to pivot. I'm not saying that he didn't come to a real realization that his
Mm.
teachings were wrong. I'm not saying that about him, but
Mhm.
I will say that this situation did cause him and others maybe that didn't come out on social media and come out to the public, but even if privately, it made them have to pivot, because now that people were seeing that all these things that they were made to believe would happen if they didn't tithe and if they didn't give offerings, they didn't come to pass, it's going to make them change. So I'm saying going into 2023, I honestly, I can't say that all of this exposure stuff is going to end. But what I want more than anything is for people to really take this as an opportunity to really get into a real personal relationship with God and not to depend on men and women of God or anybody else to direct their own relationship with God, right? Do not depend on men. Don't depend on leaders. Respect your leaders. I'm not telling anyone to not go to church. I'm not telling anyone to not listen to the pastor or whatever. But what I'm saying is that you can't depend on other people, mainly leaders and men of God, for your own relationship with God. Get to know God for yourself. And the way you get to really know God is to read the Bible. And not even if you hear sermons and teachings, it's fine, but always weigh what a person is saying against the word. And the word is the standard. It's not a man's word, right? The word of God in itself is the standard. So
Mm.
in going into 2023,
Mm.
I'm encouraging myself and I'm encouraging everybody to
Mm.
just brace yourself. We always, right, like in the beginning of the year, we have hope, we have promise, we speak these great things, these blessings upon our lives. But as we're doing that, just to brace ourselves that even like maybe the first few months of the year, it may or may not be like that. But not to
Mhm.
lose hope in God, not to lose hope in His Word, just to take everything with a grain of salt, for everybody to be kinder to each other, right? I think also in my personal experience, I've just experienced so much like unkind behavior, some of it downright disrespectful from a lot of people. I
Mhm.
really don't, I know people say these are the end times, it's true, and all of that stuff is true, but that doesn't mean that we can't be kind to each other. It doesn't mean that we should be disrespectful to each other. I really would like to see more people be respectful and to be kind, because when we're disrespected personally, we don't like it, right? So what
Yeah.
makes us think that another person would enjoy us? And I'm not saying us specifically, I'm speaking on a whole, for us on a whole to be disrespectful to other people. So just to keep that in mind and to pray for our governments. Dr. Chidi, you're in Canada, I'm in the US, people are in Nigeria and Spain and other parts of the world. For us, where we are, to pray for our governments, to pray for our leaders, to continue to pray for them, to continue to pray for peace over where we are, right? Because none of us benefit if where we're living is in chaos and turmoil, if there's no security. We know about the situation in Nigeria. Definitely continue to pray for Nigeria, to pray for the conditions of Nigerians and in the country of Nigeria. As you know, I'm a Shware supporter, as we pray that he will win the election in 2023, because Nigeria needs effective, progressive, educated leadership, men of vision, men that know how to get things done,
Sure,
right?
sure.
So
Sure.
yeah,
Since
so those are
thank you.
my feelings and hopes going in, and just blessing our families, doing the best that we can for our own families first, because that saying charity begins at home. So just
Sure,
being
sure.
loving and kind and a blessing to our own individual families and stretching that outward to other people.
Thank you
So
very
those are
much.
just
Thank
some
you,
of my
Sims.
thoughts.
You know,
Yes, thank you.
thank you, Sims. Thank you so much. Thank you for contributing, and thank you for being real. I will also tell you that another place where I have concerns, since we are talking about, there's so many issues I want to talk about, but since we are on the church now, because we all profess Christianity, I have a problem with social media and the Christian faith and how it's affecting people. As you know very well, I I'm in the middle of these things, and I'm not the kind of person to shy away from controversy, but social media has kind of changed the way things are done now. Our moral values have reduced to absolutely nothing. I have watched on social media how people, like, people can lie now and then tomorrow just tell you that they are sorry, and they believe that that's all it takes and life like people can get up and just prepare, concoct something they know very well is not true, does not exist, be, like you say, be disrespectful to people, just outright conv- just I'm lacking the words to use to describe it. Sh- Come up with shocking things, video wise, graphic wise, audio wise, story type. Concoct this whole thing, put it out there, get viewership, create controversy, start a trending thing, watch it go on for a while, then come tomorrow and just say, I'm sorry, I apologize, and then start another trend. And like this whole thing, it makes me, I find it difficult to catch up. I thought I was very, very tough, but they're beating me to it because, like you said, nothing is real anymore. And my sister Anne, I want you to come in here and tell me what you think that in 2022, how you see the whole thing. Like, you see videos one day, tomorrow they say the video is fake. You see somebody will say something. There are 1,001 messages. Somebody will just say, this is a very important message, blah 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 blah, and then you discover that it's a lie. Like, how are you people managing to keep up? Even me, that I consider myself a social media guru, the thing is overwhelming to me. And I saw a lot of that in 2022.
The truth is, Africa, we don't read,
Mm,
we don't verify
mm,
before we bring it out. Either some people are doing it deliberately to get views, or just because of what I just explained. But you see, what pains me most is the fact that we are smart and intelligent, but instead of using it well, we are using it to cash cruise for those who will not verify things that they know it will hurt humanity, and it doesn't stand in the platform of justice and fairness. The Bible gave us a golden rule, which if only we apply only that, we would have been in a better place. And what is the rule? Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. But it is the other way around. Do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. That is what brought us to where we are in every aspect. So when I want to look at our society, all this has removed the humanity in us as a people. An evil goat better pass us. So as we enter into 2023, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is bad. Everybody carry the map of Nigeria. Is it not the same shapes as when they born you? So the problem is not Nigeria. The problem is Nigerians, me and you. Because everything we take into the church, it starts from home. Everything we display in the political atmosphere, when we are elected leader, it all starts from home. No wonder there is a popular saying that says charity begins at home. So if we must repair Nigeria, we must start from our bedroom, our kitchen, our parlor. Because when you as a father and a mother, you carry phone, they gossip, your children, they see you. They know say some of those when they talk na lie you, then they see you. And children learn from waiting they hear adults do because we are their mentor. The same thing we carry inside church. And the one when come they pay me pass. Now those when they talk say touch not anointed. Brother, now two set of Christians Jesus described for me. The goat and the sheep. And those when the sheep, when they wear wolf clothing, they belong to the goat. So those one when they open their mouth say, touch not my anointed. Now the class of the goat now belong go. Because now they sleep with una bomb boy when no one respect una. Now they sleep with people's wife. Una they sleep with people's daughter. Una they do yahoo tell us say God say and God not say. So you are not anointed, you are a goat. You are not a sheep. So if Jesus call now or death take you, now hellfire, now you they go. That brings me to Suleiman. Now Suleiman, hear and hear me well. You know me. I'm going to introduce myself to you again. Look at your celebration TV. 1st of April, Easter Sunday, 2018. Look that video, wind at to 3 hours, 15 minutes, and begin to look from there. You see the person when you prophesy for. When you tell and say, from the end of 2018, you go begin to fulfill in God-given destiny. Now my God-given destiny be this. Papa God say, make I tell you, Suleiman, the one when it happened, not being save you, now bulletproof save you. Suleiman, you go tell us, and diamond go they come for you. Because you get to account for these 7 people. Your impunity is too much, Suleiman. Papa God say, make I tell you. Because everything about those women is true, Suleiman. And listen, Suleiman, you know it is true. Suleiman, the only way the next attack will not claim your life and you go hellfire, now be this. You need to stand before the pulpit and tell the congregation the whole world the truth and nothing but the truth. Ask for forgiveness. You and your wife. And step out of the pulpit and go into solace and reconcile with your maker. If you don't do this, Suleiman, your arrogancy and your buga, it not go save you. You think so by giving gift or feeding the widow, it go save you? Now Nigeria court, now that they bribe. In the court of heaven, there is no bribe. No bribe. So all those things will not save you. It is only the truth that will save you. Let me tell you, arrogance, they tell you, say, make you not do it. Pride, they say, make you not do it. But let me tell you, pride go before a false Suleiman. The only thing when you not sabi be this. When Papa God don't anoint you, he know they take him away. So I am doing miracle. I am doing this in the name of the Lord. On the day of judgment, he's going to say to you, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Reverend Fidelis, when they travel with an unknown saying that the truth. The other one for Lagos, what did be name? When they travel with an unknown saying that the truth. When I say the people that John they do those things. You people are doomed to have fire. Suleiman, your atrocity and your immorality and your arrogancy has led many people to untimely death, and their blood is crying for vengeance, and vengeance will they get. I pray that you do what the Lord is asking you to do. If you don't do it, my only prayer on that day, your children will not be there. It will just be you and that your useless wife that will not tell you the truth. Make two of them go meet Papa God for judgment. Because you are recruiting people for hellfire.
Let me come.
People for hellfire and not for heaven.
My sister, hold on. You see, that is you see the way you are really very angry and speaking out your mind. For some of us here, and it's not only Suleiman, there's so many people,
including Daddy Joe Adeboye. Did he
so
not bring his
many,
son to tell us, if you not pay tax, you not go heaven? Where is it written, Daddy Joe Adeboye?
I they come. I'm coming.
And they come after now. We go bring down those altars you are using to lead people to hell. Let me tell you, I am on a divine assignment. I am on a divine mission. Over my dead body, will I allow the blood of Jesus Christ to be in vain in Africa? Because I have understood, I have known, and he has told me what to do. Let me tell you people, all those your altars that you call churches, we will bring it down except you people repent. Because the children of God, they must serve God in truth and in spirit, not by lying to them, not by turning them to ATM machine and using them to flaunt your lifestyle. You people are evil. You are worse than the devil. When devil reach Papa God hand, devil go say, Papa God, now let rebel against you. You can't disqualify me for heaven. Look at Nigeria. They have done more than I have done. Why are you keeping quiet? Our Father in heaven will be so angry. He wants to react, but Jesus will do like this. If you destroy them, that means this price that I have paid will be in vain. And Father will withdraw this word. That is why he has sent me to you people. Let go of the children of God. Let go of them so that they can serve God in truth and in spirit. If you refuse to listen to this, he will do unto you what he did to his people to the king of Egypt. So deliver his people. In Egypt, he took their firstborn. But in this case, I have asked Father to take your firstborn and take your lastborn. If that is what you are waiting for, be ready. Be ready. Because the children of God must be liberated so that they can serve God in truth and in spirit. And if this is all I live for, I will fulfill my destiny. I am the Deborah of our time. No one born by a woman can kill me because he has given me every weapon that I needed to fight this caliphate that called themselves Daddy Gio and Mommy Gio.
All right, all right, all right. And thank you so much for being able to express yourself. Like I said, I wanted this to be a program where people just come. It's like a detoxifying program. I don't want us to go into 2023 still not realizing where we were, or um, coming to a point of understanding of how we closed off in 2022 before we go into 2023. Now, seems I want to ask you this question now. What do you see happening? Because we're still talking about Christianity now. What do you
Yes.
think? What do you think, or how does this affect Christianity? Okay, I'm a pastor, and a lot of people find it difficult to believe, but
Yes.
that's true. And my Christianity is not a joke, and my knowledge of God
Hmm.
is so real. I don't like I don't know it all, but I've come to a point in my worship of God where God is real to me, and no longer I don't think any
Yes.
human being again can explain God to me, because God is real to me. I experience him day by
Yes.
day. I communicate with him. I see him in people. I see him in so many things. God, I can't even box my God into under Christianity. That God is bigger than Christianity. But when you
Amen.
see people who have done things over the
Yes.
years, and people have been so angry that they pulled out their hairs because of what these people did, men and women of God did, and you think that in the next year or two you see their end, but rather you see them buy jets, you see them become more popular.
Yeah.
People, I'm wondering, for me it doesn't affect me, but I know that for the sake of for the sake of the saints who will definitely be depressed, and disappointed, and almost querying God. God, where are you? Are you there watching this happen? I know some ladies who have suffered under some of these men of God, and like
Yes.
story just ended that way, and nobody did anything for them. Some people have committed suicide because of their relationship with
Yes.
the man of God.
Unfortunate.
So, how do you think going into 2023? Again, I know I asked you a similar question like this, but how does this affect the Christian faith? Because people are going to say, you know what, in this 2023, because of so and so person, because of what this person did, and they are still living, they are still receiving awards, they are still being clapped, they have people willing to hurt
Yes, they
you
do.
on their behalf. Like, how is this going to affect the Christianity?
Thank you, Dr. Chidi. I'm going to first say thank you to my sister that just expressed her emotions, her feelings, the frustration, like you said, with a lot of these just these false teachers that have really just come into. I mean, it's not like they haven't always been there. They have been there, but they have been given this platform in the social media age to just garner more attention and to reach a wider audience. And
Mhm.
so, like you said, they have these followers, and um, just what my sister has been expressing. I know she mentioned Suleiman, but he's not the only one, right? So we're aware of said pastor's atrocities, or the reported alleged atrocities, because he has not uh, caught to anything that he has been accused of. But at the same time, with himself and others like him, that have gone about in the body of Christ and have just done all kinds of stuff that have, like you said, uh, especially when it comes to the women, allegedly, by the stories that we have been told, just taken advantage of these women because of their situations, because of their desperations, because of whatever the situation is that brought them to the church in the first place. And instead of being a shepherd and a leader, have taken advantage of the people's weaknesses, of their situations that have left them desperate.
Mhm.
So we have heard too many of these stories. And so going into 2023, I personally see that, again, it's not like we're not going to hear these stories, but what I would like to see and what I'm praying for is that the sons and daughters, the believers, people that really believe in Christ Jesus, that really take their faith seriously, that really do know that there is a God, that are really looking to God. You
Mhm.
understand? For the my brothers and sisters to really make their voices heard, right? So the time for being quiet, like I'm on your platform, Dr. Chidi, right?
Mhm.
And I'm making
Mhm.
my voice heard. The
Yeah.
time for being quiet is over. We can't sit, continue anyways, to sit aside and listen to these stories, listen to these atrocities, be aware of some of these things that are going on. And then we have genuine sons and daughters, my brothers and sisters, sitting on the sidelines. So I'm saying, I'm using my voice to say, the time for sitting aside is over. Make your voices heard. Do what it is that God has put in your heart to do. Not everyone is going to be on social media. Not everyone is going to be a pastor. Not everyone is going to open a church. But wherever we are individually, and I'm speaking to myself as well, wherever we are, or whatever God has put in our hands to do, to make use of it. Because it doesn't make sense that we're going to continue to just talk about this and then not in ourselves do something. And not everyone is there yet, right? We are a work in progress, and we're also walking out our salvation. And everyone is at different levels. But you don't need to be, like this quote unquote great man or woman of God to do something in the kingdom. So I prayerfully would like to see more voices from people that really have a genuine relationship with God, for them to add volume and to make their voices heard and to do more, so that people can see that what they have been seeing in these churches are so, I call them so-called, because if you're operating like this, you're not a part of the church of the living God. But so people can see what genuine faith in God produces, right? What a genuine son or daughter, brother or sister in Christ does, as opposed to what these false teachers do, or what these false teachers preach, or what they teach, right? And so that they can see the fruit in our lives and really understand that there is a God for real. Like, it's not just us just talking, like we really know the living God, and that people will be attracted to that, not to us, no, but to attracted to the fact that there is a God, and that they would really want to serve God for themselves. And that what we're seeing for these past couple of years will begin to change, like turn, right? Because they will have seen another side, like they would have seen the real versus the fake. And then we won't have to spend all this time on social media, all these content creators. And I bless God for them, because they have been bringing out these stories, right? They have been bringing out the personal accounts and stories of people that have fell victim at the hands of these false teachers, right? And so because they'll see more and more of what genuine faith in God produces, that they will know that this is the way, right? Walk ye in it, right? And then we won't have to spend so much time on social media bringing out stories like that of Mr. Suleiman, bringing out stories of that of Mr. Omotofofin, and all of these that we've been hearing over and over again. And I'm praying also that with that comes changes in other aspects of life, other aspects of society. So that's my take on it. But it begins with us, and it begins in our families and in our individual communities and in our individual spheres of influence, and then it spreads out to other areas. So that's what I would that's what I see, because I definitely can see it, but it's also definitely my prayer, and that is like my call to arms to my brothers and sisters in Christ as well.
Thank you so much, Sims. The advice I have from people, I mean, I'm not a very old man, but I also consider myself as someone who's been there for quite some time, okay? And I've been there to see things go through seasons. And all I've come to realize that you need is God and time. And I can also just add patience. Okay. And that's why they say patience is a virtue. When you have done all things, like the Bible will say, just stand and watch, and you will see, look, good is good and bad is bad. That's the simplest sermon I can preach to you. And no amount of truth, how do they say it? No amount of lies will change the truth to become a lie. No amount of conniving, blackmailing, adulteration will turn truth and now become a lie. No, at the appointed time, after the lie, because lies expire. Truth does not expire. No, truth is truth. God, the truth about God is forever constant. The one that will change is the one that says there's no God. The fact that, don't worry, nighttime will not come, that is a lie. Whether you like it or not, the sun will set, the sun will rise tomorrow. It will continue like that. So all we need is patience. You will be frustrated at what you're going to be seeing. You will see people that you know what they're saying is a lie. You see them continue to come onto you. But be assured that none of this lasts forever. The people, like the Bible also says, the Philistines you see now, you will see them no more. Just look at you see, if you want to encourage yourself, just look back at people who held sway, people who were the all and all. They were invincible. Nobody could touch them. They were reigning. Their things went viral. Where are they today? Nothing lasts forever. Politicians, men of God, actors, musicians, no matter how powerful, no matter how popular, everything will one day come to judgment. I'm not even talking about the judgment at the end of time, but the judgment of life, just natural principle of life. And then when they come to that judgment time, while we're here in this present time, they will not stand it, and they will just fall like a pack of cards, and they will be forgotten. I remember, now you guys are making me talk gospel. In the Bible, when I think it's in I think either Ecclesiastics or no, I forget now, but it was where the writer was talking about why does God allow the evil men to go by, like nothing. They just eat and they have fun, and like nothing happens to them. Before the end of this program, I'm going to go seek it out and read it to us. The writer was so frustrated because you look at evil people, you look at liars, you look at people who do bad things, and it's like their life just goes on. Like nothing is wrong with anything they do. They are the ones that get their awards. They are the ones that everything, they are promoted every day. They are on the news every time. But you that has kept your hand straight, you that has been faithful to God, how come it is only pain, disappointment, rejection, blackmail that you receive? And then he says, until one day he went and he saw that those people were living, their life was on a slippery slide. Good can be identified to a particular person. Your good
I
might be
think it's
bad.
in the Psalms, Dr. Chidi. That's one of the Psalms. I believe it's of Asaph. What you're talking about, where he
Exactly.
lamented, yes, why God allows the wicked to prosper, and it's like nothing
Ex-
happens to them. And then he said, "But then I
exactly.
went into the house of the Lord, and then I understood." Yeah. So
Are
it's
you
one
are
of
you reading it? Are you reading it now?
wait. Let me find it, and then I'll come back on. I'll find it.
Yes, please find it for us, because I think since we are going in this direction, it is important that people hear this so that they can be encouraged. Because honestly, these are the things that make people go and commit suicide. Some people, When I tell them that they are murderers, they don't understand that they are murderers. Say, yeah, did I kill anybody? Did you see me shoot anybody? But by your actions, by the things you said or did not say, people have come and committed suicide. Honestly speaking, you took advantage of a young girl that came to you, and then when she when she realized what has happened to her, and she announced it to the whole world. First of all, she announced it to you, and you said, no, 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 go to hell. You can't do anything because I'm powerful. Then she announces it to the world. You now come on her with all the arsenal you have. And I'm talking about men of God in particular, but also politicians, powerful people, businessmen. You now hire lawyers, hire social media influencers, hire whatever power that invest your money in whatever you can to silence this girl. And when she sees there's no way she can fight you, she resorts to committing suicide. You want to tell me that you can wash your hands clean of that situation? No, you're a murderer. Your hand is you participated in the killing of that person. That person's blood is on your head if you don't know. That's the way it
Amen.
works. Did you find it now?
Yes, I think I believe it's Psalm 73.
Okay.
Yes, it says from Psalm 73, but I believe it is the right verse, but he says, until I went into the sanctuary of God. That's verse 17. Then understood I their end. Surely you did not set them slippery. Surely you did set them in slippery places. You cast them down into the destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. So, but of course, from verse 1 all the way up to that 17, that's where Asaph is doing the lamentation before God about how it is that he sees the wicked and it seems like there's nothing happening to them and their children are prospering and everything is going right with them. Yes. So Psalm
Honestly,
73.
okay, good. So you know what I'm going to go um I'm going to go there and see this with you. Um so I'm going to go and look at that verse. I want to put it up so people will understand. And this is to encourage people when you see all the things that are happening and you're wondering like what will I do? What will I really do? Okay. Okay, it's the Psalm 73. I'm going to pull it up and I want us to see this. I want us to see this. Because when people think that they are all powerful, nobody can touch them. But they forget that the same God that gave them life has power over them. So for anybody that you are feeling so depressed, you think that somebody has intimidated you so much because they have power over you, this is for you. So Psalm chapter 73 says, a psalm of Asaph, surely God is good to Israel, to those who are pure in heart. You see, God is good to those who are pure in heart. But as for me, my feet almost slipped. I had nearly lost my foothold. What this person is saying that for him, even him, and so many of us, I don't know about you, but there are so many times when you nearly did some, you nearly, just because of how angry you are, just because of what someone has done to you, you nearly did something that normally you're not supposed to do. That's what he's saying, that as for me, I had nearly lost my foothold, for I envied the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. They have no struggles. You see them driving the latest cars, announcing to you that they just bought a private jet. They just opened business for this person. They just go here, they just go here. That arrogance. Their bodies are healthy. They wear the best suits, and they are strong. They are free from common human burdens. They don't think about paying their bills. They don't think about anything, because the money they are making, they have paid their bills like 10 years ahead of time. This is what these people, they don't care about the burdens of life. They are not plagued by human ills. They go for checkup wherever the checkup is, India or anywhere they go. Therefore, pride is their necklace. Pride is they wear pride like an ornament. They will never come to say, I am sorry, I made a mistake. No, 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 no. Pride is their necklace. They clothe themselves with violence. Every side, violence, every time. If you talk to them, they will use their warriors and come on you. From their callous hearts comes iniquity. Their evil imaginations have no limits. You will hear, I don't know about you people, but this, you hear some things that they say some people did that you want to throw up because you can't believe that a human being did it. Not to talk of somebody who is in a position of leadership and considered a man of God, a spiritual leader. They scoff and speak with malice. With arrogance, they threaten oppression. Their mouths lay claim to heaven, and their tongues take possession of the head of the earth. They'll tell you, do you know me? Do you know me? Who are you? I will deal with you. Therefore, their people turn to them and drink up waters in abundance. Their people turn to them and drink up waters in abundance. My dear people, doesn't it look like I am talking about these people? Can't you just see? So as I'm reading this thing, just spread. So many people are just spread before me. And this is the nature of these people: arrogance, pride, violence, talking with the audacity with which they do things. They deal with people, carry police, carry army, lock up this person, use lawyer, use all that because you have the power. And when you you come to your congregation, whether it be church, whether it be an organization, political party, whatever, you come there, you stand, and by the time you talk and oppress the poor person who is there, either they're a young person who doesn't even have a job, or they're an elderly person who doesn't have anybody to cater for them, they just succumb. They just find themselves overwhelmed by you, like your influence. You intimidate them to a point where they can't even extract themselves from you. They become brainwashed. They become like zombies, and they just fall to you. You gather all your money, you come and bring it to the person. The person just tells you what to do, you do. They tell you to go to somebody and go and attack them in their channel. And it's everywhere. You don't even have to be a man of God. Bloggers, social media influencers, they tell somebody, go to this place and do this. They go there and actually do it. I'm telling you. Somebody says, you see, like Michael Prince now making a comment here. They're the kind of people. He's making this comment on my channel because someone has told him to come here and do it, and he's doing it. He doesn't even realize he's falling under the influence of somebody. That's a clear example of Michael Prince, my brother, that is making the comment there. Because on your own, you're not able to do this. So you don't even know when you have actually fallen a victim of this influence that we're talking about. Sometimes they've captured some young people, and when they've committed crime, and you could see how they feel so sorry because the scales have fallen off their eyes, and they suddenly realize that they were under some kind of influence because they were sitting or listening to somebody. So, man, and then it goes down to say, these people say, how would God know? Does the Most High know anything? I mean, that's when you have finished. When your ignorance and your stupidity and your pride and ignorance now pushes you to a point where you begin to tempt God. And a lot of people do that. They say that. They say, let me tell you something. I will do this and nothing will happen. when you're saying nothing will happen, you're saying that even God himself cannot do anything to you, because nothing is nothing now. You have past human beings. You're saying nothing will, I will deal with you. Even if I kill you, nothing will happen. I am they will beat their chest. Nothing will happen, either here or anywhere in the world. I am connected anywhere. But they forget God. This is what the wicked are like, always free of care. They go on amassing wealth, surely in vain. Have I kept my heart pure and have washed my hands in innocence? And that's what some of us feel sometimes. Come on, is it for nothing that I've kept my heart pure? I've stood on the path of righteousness. People will throw things at you. People will come right to your face and say things and write things. And you understand? And you're like, is this worth it? You have serious things that you're doing. You have a life that is enjoyable to you. You have things that you have achieved. You don't really carry yourself like the level of achievement you've come to in life, and yet somebody comes to you and look at my brother. So Ogachiri, have you kept your heart pure? You see, like somebody is right here just pouring out violence, pouring out negativity, and in their heart, I'm just assuming that my brother Michael thinks he's doing the right thing. So when I look at him, I wonder. Sometimes people say, Chidi, look at you, look at your family, look at your wife, look at your kids. Why are you doing? Why don't you just back out from this? Why don't you just, so that people don't tell you this, so that people don't. Sometimes the people who are telling you this, if they come face to face with you, they can't even talk to you. Why do you do this? So you begin to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Should I really open my platform? Because if I don't, I don't have to do it. I don't have to. And that is exactly what this man is saying here. Is it for surely is it in vain that I've kept my heart pure and have washed my hands in innocence? All day long, all day long I have been afflicted, and every morning brings new punishment. If I had spoken out like that, I would have betrayed your children. When I tried to understand all this, it troubled me deeply. When I tried to understand all of these things, it troubled me deeply. Until this is where the whole thing turns around. My sister Sims, this is the most interesting turnaround. This guy was feeling all of this depression, feeling all this disappointment, feeling all of this violence within himself, until verse 17, I entered the sanctuary of God. Then I understood their final destination. That's why it's important that beyond going to church, beyond being born again, I don't care what is your belief, whether you are an idol worshiper, whether you are a Muslim, whether you're Hindu, whatever you choose, that's your business. But do you know God? If you know God, that's what I care about. Because when this guy turned into God, and when he says sanctuary of God, that sanctuary of God is not just the house of God, the building where church is being held. It's your quiet moment where you really make that encounter with God. When he made the encounter with God, when he went into the sanctuary of God, then he understood the final destination of all of these men that you see: arrogant, flamboyant, noisy, prideful. All of these people, he understood their destiny. Surely you place them on a slippery ground. They don't understand it. They are on a slippery ground. You cast them down to ruin. How suddenly are they destroyed? Completely swept away by terrors. They are like a dream. When one awakens, when you arise, Lord, you will despise them as fantasies. When my heart was grieved and my spirit embittered, I was senseless and ignorant. I was a brute beast before you. And this is what is happening to a lot of people online. You just act like a chicken that the head is cut off. Do you know some people? I asked them to go back and read some posts that they made. Like when they make some posts, they tell you, Chidi, you are your father, your mother, your wife is a prostitute, your this. I'm like, are you kidding me? Did you really, like, you picked up your phone and you were typing that? When you finish, go back and read that thing that you typed. And you'll be shocked how you have allowed yourself, because you allowed yourself to get into that to that place, and now that place has taken over you. It has taken over your senses, taken over your mouth, taken over your fingers, taken over your keyboard, and now you have become a tool in the hands of the devil. And now you are spitting things that is unbecoming, things that you can't believe. That if somebody told you this is you, you will swear that it is not you. But that is what you have finally become. Honestly. Anyway, let me just get through this. So when my heart was grieved and embittered, and that's why you have to watch yourself, that when you are really pained about something, when you are grieved, you need to have some control also. I was a brute beast before you, yet I'm always with you. You hold me by your right hand. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And earth has nothing I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Those who are far from you, they will perish. You destroy all who are unfaithful to you. But as for me, it is good to be near God. I have made the sovereign Lord my refuge. I will tell of all your deeds. Oh boy, if you are a Christian, you profess Christianity, and this kind of thing does not touch you, I don't know the kind of heart that you have. These are the kind of things that keep people like me going. When you have been on social media and you have swum in this ocean of negativity, vile comments. When I tell you vile comments, people throw things at you. People say things. People take what you say, they concoct it, they turn it into something else. They try to kill your credibility. They go and do programs and tell people to pull away from your channel. When you finish all of this, people threaten your life. People go spreading all kinds of things about you. The only thing that keeps you going, the place you find your strength, is when you go back to God. You go back to your place, that sanctuary that you have with God. You go and open his promises for you, and you find yourself, I'm telling you, God calls you by your name. When he talks to you, he calls you by your name, and he open, just like he did this afternoon. And I thank you, Sims, for helping to guide us to this place. This is not what I prepared to do, but it's almost like I'm in church, because these are the things that help you to handle this whole negative, very vile environment that the social media has turned into. But in places like this, you find your peace, you find hope, and you find the strength to keep going on. Because some of these things that we're doing right now, we're not going to see the results immediately. It will take a long time, but eventually we will see the result. Sorry, I've taken a long time talking. Since you met me talking about baby testimony, that's what brought you to
Yes.
my channel. But you see,
Yeah.
you would wonder, I have to listen to God. I don't have to pursue it just for the sake of having. I can keep talking about it and have like 500 people listening right now. I can concoct stories, but that is not the truth. That is, you have to be true to yourself, because beyond the story of baby testimony is life. How would I stand before God when I come and create things out of nothing and just pour lies and get acclaim, get recognition, get viewership, make money? You think God is a fool? You think our relationship with God is a joke? If it is for somebody, it is not for me. I take it with all seriousness. So you will only follow your leading. You will only follow your leading. And it is a matter of time. Sometimes it takes shorter, sometimes it takes longer, but the truth will always come out. And if people today look at that story, you see what is happening. It's all one big, it has become one big mess. One lie after, there are layers and layers and layers and layers of lies. Why must I find myself in the middle of that? No, I am in control of my life. I can decide when you're like, hold on, I'm not doing this now. I will follow it justly the way my heart leads me along a truthful path. But just to jump in, just be in that, it I don't even know how to describe it. So let people, like my sister Anne said, let people who want to catch your cruise. But know that just as you have read right now, God has set you, or you by yourself, you have jumped on that slippery path that God has set for people like you. And when you will fall, it will be one very mighty fall. Honestly. I think
Dr. Shidi,
yes, go ahead.
I'm not backslided.
No, 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 no. I'm not
No,
talking.
wait. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you. The action of the church, I almost lose it in this 2022. Most especially when I discover in this 2022 that the Suleiman I fought everybody for during Stephen Otobo, the people that were living with me that rented my rooms in this house, they weren't going to church. They told me Suleiman did it. That's one I'm not aware. I fought Ekene. I fought Obed. I fought Jas. And all their friends when come around.
So you people were the people fighting me.
I fight, yes. I won't lie. So
This life is
when
funny.
Stephanie now came out with the recorded thing she hid in her undies, where those Suleiman goat and dog were convincing her to go and lie against herself in the altar. And she said, before I do that, I want to tell Suleiman, say, the altar when they climb, they preach to people. Now you say, make I talk lie you. Ah, I lost it. I call the people name now. I'm looking for them to apologize. When I don't able to go to this their physical building called church, I will glue on the TV with Suleiman.
But Anne, let me ask you something. Anne, let me ask you something. This testimony you heard from Stephanie, this was last year. I mean, this was this year.
Yes.
You're
The
talking about, oh,
the
okay.
no, we
Hold
are
on.
talking on when she was in hiding.
No, hold on. I
After
want
the confession in Auchi,
hold on now. Hold on. When did the confession in Auchi happen?
2017.
That was 2017, right? Okay, 2017.
That time, Dr. Shidi, me too. I said, you sure said, Dr. This man do the investigation where
So
I said it.
hold on now. That was 2017.
Yes.
2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22. That is 5 to 6 years.
Yes.
Now, when we did the story of Stephanie Otobo, we were the ones that were nobody was there. No, all the bloggers that you see now, nobody was doing the story. It was me and my wife. We called Toronto police to our house. They came here, they put us on a watch list, okay, because we were threatened. Suleiman has his church here and all that. And because Stephanie's testimony was like, that was the beginning, that was the first time somebody was being that bold. People called me, just like my brother here now, this Michael Prince. I don't hate you, but just like he was writing, when I come online, you will see there used to be like 1,000 people watching, and people will be making comment. People put a curse on me and my wife. We're not supposed to be living now. We're supposed to be dead because we have touched an anointed man of God. Do you understand? So after all of this, I guess who is here?
Hey! Area!
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi
So
there.
I get balance like Gilligan.
Mr. Rudolph Okonkwo is here. Dr. Damages. Thank you so much for coming. I don't need to introduce you. So
Hi, Dr. Damages. How are you, sir?
Good. Wow.
I will not oblige you an opportunity to introduce yourself. Anybody who doesn't know Dr. Damages, sorry, you need to have your head checked. You need to go back to a doctor who uses hammer and rope.
If you are suffering from depression, just go look to Dr. Damage clips. Depression go vanish. Because by the time you take those pills, finish, you go laugh and depression go far away. Move. Because
Right.
those days when I tell you that they depressed, when I lock myself, now here they look. When I want ease some of the stress.
All right, hold on, Anne. Dr. Damages, you want to say something before I lose my line of thought?
Yeah, I was thinking that we are having a service, crossover service, no? I was coming for your predictions for the next year.
No, we will do service, but now, service is by 12 o'clock on 31st. I need to build up momentum.
So we have to
we have to, then we'll do fasting. Then we'll do also.
We
And then
want
we're
to
also
remove every
going to
jacket
do.
where you're not
We're
supposed
going
to
to
follow us.
do.
Every courses that are not supposed to cross over with us in 2023.
Hold on now, and hold on, hold on. Why are you laughing? So anyway, so the service will come after.
And we are doing testimony time.
Absolutely.
But before that, we have to collect offerings and all of that. And those of you that give me fat offering, your prediction will be better than other people. But no, it's okay, because during offering, I'm going to ask everybody to raise the money you're going to give for offering, so that I will see
put your money in the
throw
envelope
it, wave it to God. I don't like the envelope one. I need you to bring it and wave it to God, and then come and lay it at the foot of Papa, and then Papa will bless you.
So Chidi, I heard you saying that you were afraid that that something will happen to you because of something. Are you that scared of these people?
No. You see, that time, make I tell you something. Well, let me confess to you, actually. That time, I was afraid. Let me own up. Do you know why? You know me, I'm not the kind of person to shy away from reality. That Apostle Suleiman thing was my baptism into the journalism that you guys and Shore were doing. I was not like you guys. You were already in Sahara Reporters with Shore. You guys have faced every kind of thing. So death threats was nothing to you. But here was poor me and my wife in Canada. I never asked for this, and I was just minding my business, president of Nigerian Canadian Association, and then I just saw somebody saying that he will deal with this girl and tell the Canadian authorities. I said, no, not one of my people here in Canada. As their president, I have to stand. That's what led me to standing for Stephanie Otobo. And then I now contacted your friend, what's his lawyer now? what's his name?
Uh,
Keyamo. Keyamo.
Kayamo, okay,
Keyamo. I
okay.
now contacted Keyamo and I said, allow me to talk with this girl, and since she's here, and that's how we all started. And then I contacted the Shore. That was also my contact with Shore. So when she now went, and after everything, she went to church and said that we are all part of the thing. I say, sure. Which one is this? And then the next thing, I was getting threats. There's a court. Not that I'm afraid, but I now suddenly realize that this is what it takes for you to stand out there. And you have to also take precaution. You don't have to be stupid, okay? Because that morning after she made that confession, my goodness, I made history. I was in every newspaper. That man in Canada did this, did that, did that. It was overwhelming. My uncles were calling me, my aunties, pastors that I knew said, Chidi, we told you. So that was what happened. But you see, the good thing about this is that whenever people place things in your way that is supposed to destroy you or weaken you, these things actually reinforce you, they cook you, and they make you harder. Because out of that experience, I became harder. I exploded, and I now came to another level of consciousness, and I come and see that no, you can stand up to people, and that was what happened. So yes, I was afraid, but it made me, they say what won't kill you will make you stronger. I got to a point where I was on the phone, initially it was like, who is this man? But I got to the point where I will talk to Suleiman on the phone. I will talk one-on-one, and he will say, oh, Chidi, you, and I said, no, you are a very proud person. You have, he said that I even took the phone, I'm talking to you. I said, who do you think you are? That you're a human being like me now. You're doing me a favor by talking to me on the phone. And then so many other back and forth things happen. And we're here today, still standing, okay? We have not been killed. No curse that has been put on us has worked. At least my fingers are still okay. My head is still there. My wife is still loving me. I thought they'll put a curse on her that will make her not love me. She still kisses me, and she feeds me, different kinds of food, which is, you know what I mean. So it's still,
and you have to get more subscribers to get more meat.
I just picked Suleiman as my man of God of the year, 2022.
Oh wow!
You don't come here, contact me.
Hey.
Why?
Dr. Davages. Dr. Davages.
I had a panel that looked into it. We looked at all the activities of the men of God, and he won. Where is Chris Oyekinlome? What happened to him? Did COVID get him? We don't hear about him after COVID. What happened? Did he get the vaccine?
See, I don't know where you went. Rudolph, people like you, that's what I need. Let's look at all these people. Let's look at what about the one that did miracles where he was using his iPad? Wasn't that one?
Oh, Bushiri. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that ran away from South Africa.
Africa with Sabio.
And how about the one that raised the dead?
That's Alfie Powell. That's Alfie Powell.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you. Say we like to copy each other, and Niger people know the. So this man did it in South Africa, but I guess they didn't. The Nigerian pastor didn't realize that they must have perforated holes in the coffin. So he now went and did it to somebody, and the person actually died. They covered the coffin, and the guy died. For real. It happened in Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, they go do the one where they tie body with all.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, a man died in Nigeria when they put him in a coffin.
By the way,
The
Dr. Chidi,
Lazarus of Nigeria was risen
Yeah.
do you know my musician of the year?
Who?
Portable. Do you know about the guy?
Portable.
Have you heard about him?
You know when he
Have
sing
I had
that song for
Portable?
Suleiman? You know when he sing the song for Suleiman?
Are you not in the wrong business? Portable
No,
just
I know Portable. See,
you know him.
Portable is my definition of I don't even know how I want to do. I watched a video yesterday of Portable, and they did okay. The latest one is the coffin one. My wife was telling me about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he came out in a coffin,
Yeah.
And that was the end of it. People stopped fearing death in Nigeria because Portable came out from a coffin, These are historical individuals. And all of you are here wasting time talking language, long grammar.
We're just doing right, Dr. Javages. We're just talking, right? We're not doing anything. Look at these guys.
Wasting time here. I see
We're
you every hour.
We're doing nothing. Look at these guys. Come on now.
Dr. Chidi, you are live every hour. Live, nothing.
Dr. Chidi, come on now.
Portable.
You should,
Portable just
Dr. Chidi, you're saying your pastor. You should do fake miracles. Dr. Chidi, you should do fake miracles. You should stage manage these miracles like these guys. Then you will have clout. You will have real clout now. Dr. Chidi, come on.
Did you observe that? Did you observe that Suleiman did not do many Dr. Dr. Jesus program, Jehovah the Doctor program this year? Because he has found out that people are there to cash all the RNG. He didn't do plenty Dr. Jehovah the Doctor this year. In one of his things, he says Papa God told him to start teaching his wife, Lizzie, how to prophesy. Starting from that Sunday, after that display, we not see him with Lizzie the professor again. So it be like say Papa God can't change his mind.
Hold on, let me go to this for people who don't know what we're talking about. This Portable, because Portable, he told you people that it's controversy that makes money. That's his. He said he has learned the
trick of the trade.
Yes, so look at it. But this one is from Laughter Father, who copied Go the Man TV. Anyway, all of them, I hope they will spare me.
I just go through my something.
Hello, bring down all the camera. Bring down the camera.
I don't want the video now. Don't take it, don't make me to wear my sleep fast. I say, allow me.
So Chidi, do you know what this means, eh?
Yeah.
2,000 years from now, every 50 years when they had an encyclopedia, they keep, there's limited number of pages. So they keep shrinking the names and the what they write about people, great people. So, but now there's no limits in Wikipedia. But still, 2,000 years from now, most things that happened in our time will be forgotten. You know that.
Yeah.
Nobody may even remember Buhari lived, 2,000 years from now. But they will still remember someone like Pele that died yesterday.
Oh, yes.
They will remember someone like Chinua Achebe. They will
yes.
remember Bob Marley. They will remember Fela. And they will remember Portable. What about you? Shady, what about you? Will anybody remember that you were here? Just think about that. 2,000 years from now, will they remember that you were here? But Portable has...
I didn't know where it was going. That was impossible.
Anyway, all right, Kitty. I told you I have some guests. I will see you. I just wanted to say hello. I thought we were praying, and whenever you pray, remember me. I want to be like Portable next year. I want to be like
Portable
next year.
You will not be like Portable. No, that's not a good look. Dr. Damages, I am so honored to see you and speak with you, sir. I just bless God for you. You have blessed me with your platform, your videos, like just like my sister said, like your satire and the way that you approach these issues. Yes, we laugh, but it's just such a way to kind of minimize our fear around certain things that we're able to kind of think and reason more clearly. And I always find that when I watch your videos, sir, you bring out stuff that I don't know, or like you'll highlight a story that I wasn't even aware of. So now I find myself whenever I watch your videos, sometimes I have to go online like, this happened, wait a minute. And then I have to Google it and get like more information. So thank you so much, sir. God bless you. God bless you and your family. It's as well with you guys.
I taught him everything that he knows.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chidi.
Amen.
All right, Dr. Damages, thank you so much, Rudolph. Happy New Year if we don't see you here again.
Okay, I'll see you guys. Okay,
all
take
right,
care.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Yes, you see, that's Dr. Damages. Is one thing about him is that he will remain himself. We don't agree on everything. We have so many points of disagreement, but I'm telling you, the places we agree are more than the places we don't agree, or the times that we agree more than the times that we don't agree. Okay, but one thing is for sure, good will always triumph against evil. That is one thing you can take to the bank. And like he was saying it in his own satirical way of doing things.
Yes.
Years from now, honestly speaking, a lot of people will no longer be remembered, but I will be remembered. You will be remembered for standing on the path of righteousness. And let me tell you something. People will be remembered for good and bad. Let me take it back. Because people who have rained terror on humanity, they are still remembered. But their names will be written. And the funny thing is that their generation, do you know so many people at a point, they dropped their family name because of the negativity that follows their family name. I wonder now if somebody was to be a grandchild of Hitler, whether they want to keep answering Hitler. I don't
I doubt it. I doubt
you know what I'm saying? I really doubt it, But anyways, So I was talking about Apostle Suleiman and all of that. That was that time. We went through everything that we went through. The amazing thing is that years down the road, so many years later, even when Stephanie now resurfaced and started talking, she was on this lady's program, she came back to our channel too, talked a little bit, but people now came back and they started apologizing. I said, "Oh, Dr. Chidi," because throughout that time, they kept saying, "Why are you not talking about it? Why are you not talking about it? Why you no longer talk about Suleiman? You know, Shebi, you some people gonna say, idiot like you were cussing Papa, you were doing this, doing that. Hey, see." But it took like 5 to 6 years for people to come back and say, "Wow, we didn't even know this was true. Now we believe what you were saying." It took 5 or 6 years for so many other ladies to now come with things that just look like Stephanie's. In fact, it was now a matter of, it wasn't this person. This person didn't do this. We're no longer saying he didn't do it at all. But why are you people always talking about what? In fact, they made Stephanie's own look like child's play. They made her own look like just a little, because now you had big money spent on people buying houses, buying cars, doing a lot of other things, and we're vindicated. So the same way I have talked about some issues now, and some people, because they are clouded, they are blinded by what is going on right now in social media, they will come back down the road when all the dust clears and the truth is seen standing straight, solid. They will come back and say, "Sorry, sir, that we doubted you." So people have come and said they worked in Suleiman's church. They were part of the media. Someone has called me from Torino, Italy, said, "Sir, I just need to ask you for forgiveness on behalf of me and my wife. I have left that church. I was a member of the media team. This and this is how we were fighting you that time." I don't talk about all these things because it's not necessary. Because that's not what I'm living my life.
No, it's necessary, Dr. Chidi, so that people will understand. And those who are still gullible,
Yeah.
fighting for him, maybe all this will make them to begin to think.
But my
The
sister,
Bible says, you see, too many things has happened that when I go start, because when I dey see your insult, make I tell you the truth. When I dey see your insult, I say, "Papa, I no go fit do this work when you dey tell me make I go do." Because you see this insult, I'm not sure say I go fit stand am o. So if you know say make I go do am, I won't come back to you like a gold in the hand of the goldsmith. Pass take me through fire so that you go purify me. So that when I come out, when I start, and then they throw away insult, I go see as vitamin Q. So when I was reading through your insult, then I have been told what I'm going to do. As I can't do it because this insult, my own go worse past Dr. Chidi. So the kind insult when they go throw away from me, I no go know how to handle it. So it's good for you to let people know that people called you to apologize. Maybe go make these people head to reset. Because a lot of people in Omega ministry, they need to reset their brain. If not,
let me tell you something, my sister. Let me tell you something. See, you remember in the Bible, God said, "I set a table before you in the presence of your enemies."
my enemies.
And you begin to wonder, and I'm sure probably some of you have heard this analogy before. Why would God
set a table before
of
you,
all places, the place he wants to set the table, and
in the presence of your enemy, I go set the table.
to put dinner for you to come and eat, and he look for the place to set it, and it's in the presence of your enemies. Now, one of my pastors in those days, Pastor Nalek Marco, would say that God will set a table on a stage surrounded by wild dogs, hyenas, barking, people shouting, "Hey, gee, yeah, just shouting, no chopper, hey." that you have, and he's standing there by you, you have two options: either to ignore
The
all the
enemies.
shouting and those people making noise and eat the food that is set before you,
Mm.
or for you to turn and begin to confront. Or how many of them you want confront?
Confront.
How many? You see, someone like me, I've been there, done that. When I built our channel up to 80,000, it was organic. We didn't buy any single subscriber. People came. But you see, you just don't do your things for people. They
Mm-mm.
stand with you today
They
because there
will
are
go
people who are
tomorrow.
swayed by social media. When they sway this way and you don't go that way, all of them, many, 200, I mean, 20, 10,000 will stop. They will go to another channel. Somebody will tell them, if Dr. Chidi just leave his channel, some of them will leave again. So all you have to do is to just live your life at the best righteous way that you can. The people that will learn, they will learn. The people that have set themselves for destruction, nothing you can do to help them. But to go around listening to everything, defending everything, it's not possible. Some people, when you actually go to what they say and you defend it, you open up another chapter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some people come
Mm-hmm.
and talk you, come, Dr. Chidi, this. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it. I don't read it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sends it to me. I don't react because I know it's a setup. The person wants to drag me back into this thing
Mm-hmm.
again. But maybe that time, like for some time this year, I started this project of building a house. And it was an experiment we wanted to do, me and my wife, raw, like we are building it raw, not taking money from the bank. You know what it means to be building a house downtown Toronto? It's expensive, but it's an experiment that an investment we're making for the future. And so at this point in our life, we had to kind of pull back a little bit and focus on that. And people read so many things into it. Do you think I will leave that and turn to those people? No, because they're not as important to me as my future and the future of my kids. And people like the people that follow me and I follow them, you give me advice, I give you advice, we rub on each other. Those people are more important to me than some guy who wakes up and decides, I'm going to press Dr. Chidi's button to see how he'll react. No way. In the course of this baby testimony thing, which was the latest, no, that's not even the latest, even the Simon Epa thing, the baby testimony thing, they formed a group. Dr. Chidi is a carpenter, Dr. Chidi is this, that one way, church. Maybe I'm still here. What did I remove from me? You catch cruise with my name. That one come and go. If even do you know? Let me tell you what happened. Those people that were saying that thing, voluntarily, people sent me videos and information about them. When I
Mm-hmm.
saw it, I felt pity for them because it's like crushing an ant with a big sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. If that was my mission, I would take those people and run them on the
Mm-hmm.
internet, run them out of where they even staying. But it's
And
not
you see,
worth it.
Dr. Shidi,
It's not.
in my search mind, I've come to realize one thing, that anything I do in this my life, it is either I am helping God to make the person I am doing that thing against or for to fulfill destiny, or I am helping the devil to make the person not to fulfill destiny. So everything each one of us is doing in this life is either you are supporting God for the person to fulfill destiny, or you are supporting the devil to make the person not fulfill destiny. So as we enter into 2023, every action we all take, weigh it in this scale. Who are you helping? Before you come to my channel or Dr. Chidi channel to type what you want type, who are you helping? Because it is one person we are helping, no, there is no in between. Then as we enter into 2023, anything when you they do as a person, including me, ask this question. This thing when I want do to Dr. Shidi, or this thing when I want say to Dr. Shidi, if Dr. Shidi say am to me, I go like am. If we can just use this to check ourselves, I think we will be drawing closer to God.
And with that, Sister Anne, thank you so much, because I was just gonna ask you to
Amen.
say your closing remarks, but that was well said. And let me say this publicly. I have to also learn from what you just said here. I have to make a lot of adjustments in the new year. I have to try to understand people more, even including you yourself, because sometimes I need a lot of that. I need to, and I'll just leave it at that. I need to create more
Amen.
room. I get so busy, and sometimes people come strong, but I need to be a little bit. I think I'm more. I think I'm accommodating, but maybe I need to expand it a little bit more. We all keep improving ourselves. So thank you so much for that advice. Sims, please
Amen. Thank you, my
go
sister.
ahead and advise whoever gets in contact with this video. And I have another show in the next 1 hour. So please go ahead and talk to our people.
Okay. Yeah, we won't keep you, Dr. Chidi. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you. I can't say it enough. I appreciate you and Dr. Erica, all the things that you've done and are doing, just this platform and the way that you're using it. Many, many thanks and many, many blessings to you and your family, and blessings going into the new year. We will not be irrelevant in our generations in Jesus' name. I'm
Amen.
saying it again. Our voices and our lives will not be irrelevant in our generation in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Um, I just, I'm just grateful for life. I'm grateful for every opportunity that God gives us, just to be a blessing and so that He can be glorified in our lives. And I'm just saying that just I'm grateful. Let us all be grateful for it may not be perfect, but it could be worse, right? And we're just grateful for what God has given us and how He has sustained us. And in 2023, holding on to God, not letting Him go, hold fast to Him, hold fast to the truth of His word. Amen. And just to continue to be a blessing as much as we can into the lives of others, and to use our platform, like my sister rightly said, it's either we're using it to promote God and for His glory, or we're using what He's given us to promote the enemy. And we will not use what we have been given to promote the enemy. It's always to glorify God. So bless you, Dr. Chidi. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, my
Thank
sister.
you,
Thank you for
sister.
everyone. And thank you for just this opportunity to let my voice be heard. Blessings to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you. Now, for everybody out there, I just want to, well, I'll be having the last session of this kind of meeting tomorrow. And I want to bless you if you come across this video later, and for you to know that from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of my wife, Dr. Erica, I really want to wish you guys the best in 2023. Honestly speaking, it doesn't matter how painful 2022 has been. It doesn't matter how disappointing. You see, we just have this, we are lucky and we are blessed that we always get this privilege to start all over again. It doesn't mean that necessarily have to start all over again in January. Some of you to be in February, some of you to be at any time of the day. But we have a God who is willing to start all
All over
over.
with
Like, I
us.
mean, all over, start
All over.
afresh with you.
Uh-huh.
And just to promise you that it will not always be bad. There is still going to be laughter where there is pain. There's still going to be growth where there's been stagnation. You will still smile again. You will laugh again. You will find love. You will find that breakthrough. It will happen. Why am I saying this? Because I have a God who does not lie, and He says, "Have I said it, and have I not
No
done
more
it?"
doing it.
Am I? a man that I should lie. What I did for one, I can do for another. I can make a stream in a desert. Anything is possible with God. And with that, I want to thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in less than 45 minutes as we talk about. Let me just promote this one before you guys go. So, guys, come back so that we can talk about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I have a friend. I have some friends of mine from Canada here who follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who are disgruntled with what's happening in Nigeria. So come back. Let's talk about it, and I'll see you guys shortly. Happy New Year. Bye bye.